Hey guys, this is Omni Bear with a Toysday Tuesday review. This is going to be one that hasn't been newly released, but it's been one I should have um, reviewed a while ago. But I figured that I I don't know. I just have a lot of backlog that I can review, and I just have been when I got backlogged, I just went ahead and started with the new stuff. So I'm gonna try to do backlog. So I apologize that some of these maybe in the next coming weeks, maybe older ones. If I do get something new, though, I'm gonna try to also throw out another video if possible. I know I said that last week, and I didn't do another video, but I apologize for that. Anyway, so today's review is going to be Parfom Saber. And Parfom is the kind of the Good Smiles hybrid of the Nendoroid and the Figma. So you can see that the face is a little bit more of the chibi kind of face, and it is a little bit of a smaller portion body. But as far as the actual proportions of the or the scale, it's more along the lines of a Figma, and they're not as hyper deformed or chibified as a Nendoroid. So there are a few Parfoms out. I did a Parfom on the Hibiki, and there's one for Labris from Persona 4. Hibiki's from Kantai Kole, and then there's one that's going to be coming up for Saber Nero. There's also one for Gwendolyn from Odin Sphere, and I think there's also going to be one. There's going to be a couple of other ones for, I think also Mercedes from Odin Sphere is getting one as well. I can't remember. But this one is for Saber, and this one's pretty cool. It comes with a nice amount of it comes with a nice amount of accessories. It comes with 2 faceplates, the regular, the smiling faceplate, and then the battle ready faceplate, along with, of course, the defaults. She comes with a clear sword, the clear. It's not Excalibur. I don't think. I believe it's the her original sword. I can't remember that name. It's really cool. It actually has a really nice sheen to it. But that's when she can't remember her true name, and so she has a saber, but you can't really see the saber. There's effect parts, as I said. Yep, so that's cool. And then, of course, she does have Excalibur. Oops. That one, and it came with the hilt, which fell to the ground, so you can actually put that in the hilt. It doesn't really stay in there, like it doesn't lock in, so you have to be careful. That's why it fell off. But she also comes with, just like any Parfom, comes with the typical stands stuff. This is just stand, not really fancy. She comes with 2 hands, 2 additional hands than the one that she has on, or the one that she has supplied on the on her actual person, and those are to hold the sword, since the ones that she has on by default are open palms. So really cool stuff. Let me show you. The parts are pretty simple. You can combine bases if you'd like. That's another cool, neat little cool thing you can do for that Parfom has over, say, Figma and the Nendoroid, is that you can combine bases, and it'll help you create scenes a little better, since they're triangle bases. There is a lot of plastic. Their posability is really, really, it's more, like I said, it is more Figma, more on the Figma side of the posability spectrum, rather than Nendoroid, or even Capochi, because it would be Nendoroid, Capochi, then Figma. because she has the arm joint. She has a swivel point at the arm. She also has a swivel point at the top of the arm. She can move her hands or pivot or rotate her hands, rotate her hands, sorry. Her feet her feet only bend up and down. She has the skirt though, which is really cool. The skirt actually can open up so you can do a little bit more of action poses, which she has a double jointed knee. So that is a thing, and she has a very simple ball joint for her leg. But let's see what she looks like, because normally these can stand on their, oh, you gotta be careful, because these are just like the old Figma joints, and they actually have the ball on the end of the thing. So you have to be careful, because if you rip it out too fast, you may actually get the ball stuck in there, and then the ball will rip inside, and then you'll be stuck with a broken, not only a broken joint, but you'll have to actually remove that piece before you can bring it back. I also found out that if you do that on purpose, or if you do not on purpose, but if it's your own doing, then Good Smile cannot provide you with spare parts. But if it's something that happened from them, they're usually good about it. If it was something manufactured, if you do it within a timely manner. So but here is her pose. I'm going to move the camera down. So she can stand on her own. She doesn't necessarily need the stand. So she's a little bit better than more stable than Nendoroid, but of course not as much as a Figma for the most part. But she can stand on her own. Let me see about the faceplates. The faceplates are not too hard. They're just like the Figma and Nendoroid system. You just take off the front hair part here, and then you take off the face here. There is the block part is actually for Parfom. Parfom, it's actually on the front or in the back piece of the head instead of on the actual face like Figma or Nendoroid. And I think Capochi does the same thing. Capochi's done by Kotobukiya though, so that's just that would be a different designer with that. Interesting enough, the ribbon on the back is also on a joint, so that's interesting. Not exactly sure what that's about, but that's cool. So there you go. There's her battle face, and just trying to. Oh, cool. Okay, so these panels also by themselves are actually the armor panels are also posable as well. You can put them back behind her. So those are actually separate from the armor skirt, which is kind of cool. But yeah, this is a really cool figure. And I'm sorry the video is a little bit longer, but I wanted to explain to you Parfom and all that stuff, and so I did it all in one take. But I hope it did give you more information on that stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video.